Hi everybody, welcome to the Big Brother Aftershow. I'm Tasha.
I'm Kim.
And this is episode 29, and
episode 29.
Super sad to announce that this is unfortunately going to be our last episode, so haters, rejoice. Anyone who's mediocre towards us, go about your normal lives, I guess, because unfortunately this is our last episode. Kim is leaving for the summer 2 weeks ago, and she has some bad travel plans, so way to go. She didn't see the writer's strike coming. So let's get right into our live eviction episode.
Hi, Julie. Welcome back. Let's see, a little playback from the week. The boys kind of have control over the house, even though Sheila's HOH. They've got the votes.
I'm not surprised that they're in control of things.
It's kind of been like a pattern throughout this season. Call a meeting to interrogate Natalie.
Yeah, to kind of use their power to their advantage. They decided to call her out on all the alliances and other BS that has been floating around the house, which is, for every other season of Big Brother, apparently normal gameplay, but super personal and heartbreaking in this year.
Yeah. So I guess, Natalie just, in front of everybody, has to spill who she's really with, and they have to buy it or sell it.
Yeah, and so she tells the boys that she's going to be faithful to them, which we know, and everyone kind of assumed. And Sheila, of course, is like jaw to the floor, pissed off about the whole goddamn thing.
Gritting her teeth.
Gritting her teeth that she's not going to be loyal to her next week, and that she doesn't want him to keep, what's she going to do? Mind you, 4 people next week. Who the F are you going to put out if not one of your own, obviously? And she's the one who's finding the back door over this week, so what's the big deal? Like, hello?
You don't have ground to stand on. Which brings me to my point of, if you're going to have a large alliance like this, I think it's safe to maybe establish that if one of you makes it to the final 2, that the alliance is willing to vote for them, whoever it may be, not assuming that anybody's going to be there, but, because everyone's got the fair game. If 2 people make it to the final 2 from your alliance, then whoever played the best game. But,
make a gentleman's agreement of sorts, kind of just a little, if you make it, good for you, forget the backstabbing, it's all part of the game anyway, so you might as well make the best of it, and
let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, that's a very good point, actually. Because it got pretty nasty in that whole bathroom, and even Natalie was calling out Sharon. Sharon, of course, saying that she hasn't said anything that wasn't obvious fact to everybody else, and she was just spreading it around for everybody to hear. So once again, Sharon comes out smelling like a rose.
Yeah, way to lay low and,
do nothing. So, as per usual. We also went to the Julie house. So James is in the house now, as we all know. Little B-Day present to my Maddie. And he was pretty happy to see that he was there. Chelsea was pretty upset. James, I think, definitely he should have won the Inspirational Speaker Award of this season, because he was talking about leaving the game and how he would leave the game, and Matt had left the game, on a pretty good note with everybody. He seems to believe that Josh did. I don't think when I watched it that Josh left on a good note, but that everyone wanted to get rid of him because of he was the residue of Chelsea, which was kind of. Once again, James seems to have these fabulous little digs at Chelsea, as we've seen in previous episodes. We kind of pulled one on her again, saying, after you were such a bitch to everybody when they left, everyone wanted me gone too. So
here I am.
We're
not sleeping in the same room anymore.
She felt pretty upset about that whole thing, but what can you do, right?
Yeah, there's Chelsea definitely went out on a bad note. Really no reason, strangers. If you don't like somebody,
get
whatever,
over it.
But
rubbing their nose and their bad behavior isn't going to make it any better for anybody else. So you're just sad rapes and whatever.
Anyways, what happens next? Oh, the vote. So the boys vote, and
actually, we want to pause before the vote. I want to talk about Julie's thing about deserving or not deserving.
Oh, yeah.
Julie talks to everybody about who do you take to the final 2, the person who's most deserving, and the person you think you can beat. Every
majority vote
is most deserving, which I would say is like a general consensus year after year that people say. I agree with that, though. Like, I would love to see a year where the two people who have played the hardest game and everything get down to the end. No floating around, no nothing. Who's going to make it, really?
And that definitely happened in Season 8 with Dick and
Danielle?
With Dick and Danielle, because Dick was definitely, like,
really
good gameplay, like him or not. Dr. Will and even Boogie in the All-Star season, like, really good strategies, really good gameplay. They didn't take the same person to the final, too, though. They took the person that they could beat for sure, but...
But, yeah, it really should have almost got
the gameplay got there.
Yeah. And I think it is really about who's deserving for this game, and it's kind of... Everyone has big talk about it, but they really kind of lose their sights on the whole thing, get into the money signs, for sure.
Same person.
Okay, so the votes, yes, because there were so many of them this time.
Yeah, the boys, Adam and Ryan, voted, and it was a split, which was, I kind of liked, because then that laid it on Sheila to send out who she wanted to send out, and it wasn't, you know, looking bad on the guys.
Although Sheila was pissed about it too. She was not happy that they left it up to her to do.
She was more shocked than
she was definitely shocked.
The girls on the block.
Yeah, you know, and Natalie was really betrayed, which I understand. The boys who she, had pledged to had decided to go against her. But even worse is I loved how Sheila was like really mad. But it's like you're the one who was so adamant on getting her out of there that you should really go out and have to do the dirty work. And that's kind of what the guys kind of made it seem to her. So it's good. This week she can't compete in HOH anyway, so I'm excited. They can put her ass up and get her out because she's not doing anything anyways. Sorry, Sheila. I don't care.
What else happened?
Just HOH
competition. The Factor Fiction.
Yep. There's been a lot of very similar competitions for HOH this year. It's kind of been a little sad.
Yeah, a little drab. Anyways, Ryan ends up winning.
Yeah, very close. It could have been Sheila, or Sharon, sorry.
Good for Ryan, though, because the boys need to keep the power.
Yeah.
I want to see Ryan and Adam make it to the final, too. They're definitely the best of the
Yeah,
worst.
I definitely am going for those two in between them. And I don't know if I have a specific favorite of the two boys, but either of them I think would be fine for me.
Yeah.
I think we're doing one more final HOH after this, so the boys will both be, I think that's what...
Oh, then the I don't know. The HOH is going to have to...
Because next week it'll be 3 laps, and then it'll be the final HOH. So the boys will both be able to
trying to figure this out.
Again, yes.
Awkward conversation.
But yeah, so I think that's what it's going to be. So it could be very interesting. There's going to be, of course, your endurance and your mental challenges for both of those. So it could really go. Who knows? I guess depending on which chick they get out of game this week is really going to be the deciding factor.
Yeah, I don't know. They're both kind of I could see them taking Sheila out first, because if Sheila ends up in the final too, I'm sure she might be most deserving single mom. Sorry to bring that up.
Yeah, but you also have to be careful for this. This is an awkward week too, because they put up the two girls. One of them wins the POV and takes themselves off. You automatically have to put up the other person, and then the POV winner is in charge of the vote that week. So it's kind of an awkward place. If they can keep Sheila on their side still, this could be okay. But if they don't, the votes are not going to be where they want them to be.
An outburst.
Really bad.
From the eviction, but anyways, we're going to see how
it all plays out. Yeah. This was our final episode, everybody. Thank you for watching. If you've tuned into a whole episode, we love you for it. You are going to have to come up with some own your witty little comments and think for yourselves to get your way through the rest of these 2 weeks. So enjoy the rest of the season.
Bye, guys.
I'm excited for our summer season of the show. We won't be here for it, though, but we'll be watching in spirit, everybody. So have a good summer.
Peace.